Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to show. I want to show how a 2D representation of a schematic actually integrates over into the 3D space that you're so familiar with.
Okay, cool. Because I'll be on the mechanical side. Let me pull up your screen. I think you've actually got the schematic side available right now. So that's what we're looking at,
Correct.
right? What's going to be on the double E's desk?
Yeah, the super nerd side, if you will. Uh, I want to show you a couple things today. I want to route a cable. We're going to route some wires, and then we're going to route a harness. So I want to show you all three levels of routing that's available in SOLIDWORKS Electrical 3D.
Okay.
So the first thing that I want to do is open up this line diagram project right here. Now this line diagram has an RF module that connects to an antenna, and it's going to connect with an RF cable.
Yeah, this is about the
Now,
level of schematic I can understand. So that's good.
perfect. Now, whenever we need to order this cable, we need to know, do we need to order this in bulk and manufacture the cable ourselves? Is this a really long cable? Is it a short cable? Is this something that we can just purchase off the shelf? Uh, Length is usually going to be the determining factor of how are you going to manufacture this. So we need to figure out how long this cable is going to be. Now, this cable has already been set up in 2D, and I want to just show you exactly how you can route that in the mechanical space.
Okay.
Now, I want to point out that there's an assembly, and this assembly is attached to the electrical project. You can kind of see it's a control box, and we'll jump over into the mechanical space. This one should be pretty familiar for you, right?
Yeah, yeah, not bad.
Spinning
You know,
around.
you got a new tree, definitely. And then,
Correct.
yeah, I guess that's where you're
Yeah,
kind of
so
connecting the parts together from the electrical schematic to the 3D world in that tree.
that's exactly right. Yeah, there's an assembly tree here. That's the design manager, the feature manager you're used to. But yeah, you're right. There's a new tab here in our feature manager, and this is the electrical information. Now, there's also a tab on the right-hand side that shows us more information about this project. And so if you wanted to, you could go open up one of these pages and you can kind of see a preview. This is a read-only view of that specific schematic page.
Okay, I got you. And then can I ask, how did the main electrical closet, like this assembly, how did it get onto the electrical project pages?
Yeah, that's a good question. And that's back over here in electrical. There is a process button, and then there's a button that says SolidWorks
Oh,
Assembly.
okay, okay.
Yeah, and so there's 2D cabinet layouts, which is still in the 2D world and would still live here in the electrical schematic tool. But then there's the SolidWorks Assembly, formerly known as the 3D cabinet layout. But whenever you click on this button, you get to associate locations in your schematic project to assemblies in the mechanical space.
Okay, cool. That connects the dots for me.
Now, what I want to do is I want to place both ends of this cable. And so I'm going to zoom in here to where this first end of the cable is going to need to go. And you'll see that this connector one, CON1, over in my tree, it shows that that needs to be inserted. That's why it's gray right here.
Okay.
So what I can do is I can right click and choose insert. And when I do that, SOLIDWORKS goes and grabs the correct 3D model, and then we're leveraging SmartMates to let this thing snap into position. So all I got to do is click, and then you'll see that it goes yellow, indicating that it has been inserted. And of course, when you click on it, it highlights blue to show it where it is.
Gotcha. So this is utilizing like the SolidWorks routing functionality. It's been in SolidWorks forever, right? Like, because I recognize this from, if you do pipe and tube routing, you're starting off routes with stuff. They're gonna have, smart mates built in or mate references built in. And I saw a little route point there for a second as well. Like, I don't know, like
Yeah,
EW point or whatever.
yeah, absolutely. EW point or cable points or circuit points, not to be confused with C points.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it leverages routing. And so it's like it's the automated transmission of the manual stick shift that is routing. So let's jump up here and let's take a look at our antenna location. And you'll see that our antenna has another threaded port where another RF connector will go. And connector 2 or COM 2, right click, insert, and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll let it snap into position.
Okay.
Now you did see that EW cable point. If we were to open this model up, you will see that there is an EW cable point on on this specific connector. This is where the cable is going to terminate. So obviously we're not dealing with exactly how this terminates in the connector. We're just saying that this is an RF connector and it's going to terminate back here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been through this process a few times, and other times I've used routing where the library comes with a bunch of it, but then there was also wizards to create our own components and add those, points to it, make references and whatnot.
Absolutely. All that still holds true with electrical 3D. The wizard is a little bit different, but I think it's a little bit easier to use. I guess it's an opinion, but I think that the electrical 3D component wizard here under tools, electrical, and then there's a number of wizard, but there's the electrical component wizard where you could add C points if you had a part open.
Okay. So you could build this in if you had existing projects, you could build this in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now let's route this cable. So to do that, you'll see that there's an electrical 3D tab, and now there's three different levels of routing that you can do: wires, harnesses, and cables. We're going to talk about all three today. The first one that we're going to be doing is routing of cables. And I'm going to change this value here, and I'll discuss what this value here is what this value is here in a second. But I'm going to hit my green check and it's going to route all the cables inside this project. Now we only have one that's currently inside the project. And if you ever had to route a wire, a cable, or a tube inside SolidWorks assemblies, you know that that was way faster.
Yeah.
So this thing has now been routed and it has a length. So if we were to jump back into our 2D world, we can generate a report and say, hey, I want to go to my project tab. Now, you remember reports from last time. This time we're going to generate a cable report. So I'll say generate drawings and we'll generate a list of cables grouped by reference or part number. I'll hit OK.
And you're doing
It
this
says it's
immediately? Like, I don't think I saw you hit save on the SolidWorks side or anything.
negative. I did not save. Obviously, you should save in the SolidWorks 3D
Sure.
world. Uh, but you'll see that I have a length of 0.45 meters, indicating I could probably go with like a half meter cable.
Mhm.